An establishing shot of Oakhaven at dawn. Rolling green hills, thatched roofs, and a thick, milky fog that moves like a living creature through the cobblestone streets. A tight shot of a circular window in a small attic. While the rest of the village is dark, a warm, flickering orange glow spills out onto the damp shingles. Close-up of Pippin's hands. They are stained with oil and silver dust. He uses a pair of tiny tweezers to place a gear no larger than a freckle into a complex chassis. Pippin looks up at a calendar on the wall. Every day for 7 years is crossed out with a neat, red X. The paper is yellowed and curling at the edges. With a deep breath, Pippin uses a golden key to wind the mainspring of the chronostar. The room is silent. He releases the tension. Nothing happens. The camera lingers on the star, a beautiful, dead object of sapphire and brass. Pippin's reflection in the glass looks hollow. The only sound is the wind whistling through the eaves. Pippin walks out of his shop in the blue light of pre-dawn. He doesn't look back. He carries a simple rucksack and a walking stick made of rowan wood. A wide, sweeping shot of Pippin walking through fields of tall, emerald grass that waves in rhythmic patterns. He looks like a small dot in a vast, indifferent ocean of green. Pippin enters a forest where the trees are so ancient they have faces in their bark. Sunlight filters down in God rays, illuminating floating dust motes and forest spirits that vanish when he blinks. By a sparkling creek, Pippin finds an old woman in a tattered indigo kimono. She is struggling with a heavy, dented copper tea kettle. Pippin kneels in the dirt. Without a word, he takes a small hammer from his bag. The rhythmic tap-tap-tap echoes through the woods, a familiar song he thought he'd forgotten. The kettle whistles, a cheerful, bubbling sound. The old woman hands Pippin a cup of herbal tea. The steam curls into the shape of a dragon before dissolving. "The road tells you who you are," she says, looking at his calloused thumbs. "But the destination tells you who you were." She fades into the shadows of the trees as he leaves. The landscape shifts from lush green to jagged, purple stone. Pippin begins climbing the cloud stair, a path carved into the side of a cliff. The sky turns a deep, bruised violet. Huge, fluffy cumulonimbus clouds pile up like towers of charcoal. The first heavy drops of rain darken the stones. Pippin huddles in a shallow cave. He starts a small fire. The orange light dances against the damp walls, reflecting off the velvet pouch in his lap. Pippin opens the pouch. As he looks at the star, we see memory flashes in the reflections of the brass, a younger Pippin burning his finger, a snowy winter spent polishing, the smell of his father's workshop. Under the flash of a lightning bolt, Pippin sees it, a tiny, jagged burr on the smallest gear. It's a flaw so small it's invisible in daylight, but the lightning highlights it perfectly. He has no workbench. He uses a sewing needle and a smooth river stone to delicately shave away the metal. His movements are a dance of absolute focus amidst the roaring thunder. The storm clears. In the sudden silence, a sharp click rings out. Then a steady tick, tock, tick. The sapphire core of the clock begins to pulse with a soft, rhythmic blue light. Pippin reaches the top of the mountain. Above him, the Milky Way is so bright it looks like spilled flour. The chronostar in his hand glows in harmony with the stars above. The walk back is fast and light. The music shifts from a somber cello to a fluttering flute. Pippin greets the birds, he splashes through the puddles. He is no longer carrying a burden. Pippin arrives back at his shop. It is dusty and smells of old wood. He places the ticking chronostar on the pedestal in the center of the room. The neighbors crowd into the shop. They see the masterpiece, but then they look at Pippin. He is smiling, his face weathered and strong. He looks like the happiest man in the world. A wide shot of the Oakhaven Valley as the sun sets. The light from Pippin's window is no longer a lonely glow of obsession, but a beacon of a journey completed. The screen fades to a soft parchment white.